Good morning, guys. It is, and gals, it is 28 September, Wednesday. Keep in mind the statements I make in this video are my opinion only. I am not a financial advisor. Make your own trading decisions. All right, starting off, just wishing the best for the folks down in Florida as Hurricane Ian approaches. It's a Cat 4 storm, and somebody mentioned it was close to a Cat 5 right now, so that's a nasty storm. Hopefully the damage is minimal. Just wishing the best for those folks. My open positions right now, I've got 7 October QQQ puts and 2 November SPY puts. I opened up at the close to the end of the trading day yesterday. PCE data coming out on Friday. That should be important. It's an inflation indicator. If you guys don't know what it is, look it up. Today's speakers from the Fed, we got a lot of them. Bostic, Bullard, Powell, Jerome Powell, Fed Chair. Bowman and Evans are all speaking today. This morning has been extremely interesting. I've been up since 4:30. The market has just been whipsawing bad. I'm gonna jump right into Apple, and then we're gonna get through what's happened this morning. If you guys hadn't watched the news or whatever. So Apple this morning, a report came out last night that basically said that they are limiting the production that they had planned to ramp up on the iPhone 14, and they cited lower demand. So I put this gray line here. This is where Apple closed yesterday, and you can see this nasty candle down from 4 to 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, so between 4 and 6, all the markets were down. At least 1%, 1.5%. All the major indices were down. All the tradable ETFs were down. 6 o'clock, the Bank of England announced that they were going to pursue some quantitative easing by buying bonds. And they're doing this to kind of stabilize their currency. They had previously announced that they were going to start selling bonds, which is QT, quantitative tightening. And they are also, like our Fed, raising rate hikes. A couple of days ago, their elected officials said they were going to help out folks dealing with inflation by providing tax cuts, which is fiscally expansionary versus contractionary, which helps fuel inflation. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but the UK is a mess. Their inflation is 9%. And honestly, we've got the same scenario playing out here in the U.S. You know, I don't want to be political, but the folks in power right now just keep spending money. And, you know, while the Fed is tightening, but you got people like Elizabeth Warren who are beating up on Jerome Powell for tightening too much. Well, you know what? You're just making his job harder. Anyway, enough about that. Make sure we're still recording, yes. Common sense has to apply sometimes. Let's look at the Dixie. Dixie made a new high this morning at 114.78. So it came up, exited this channel, finally got out, 25th of September, and it came back and retested, and continues to move up here. We'll see how the dollar reacts with this news from Bank of England. It looks like since 6 o'clock, it's been about stable. It's moved down a little bit. Let's go to the hourly so we can figure this out. So it's about even from where this candle, I guess this candle opened here, so it is down. It's down a little bit since the Bank of England announced they're going to start buying bonds. Okay. The Dow. So earlier the SPY was below its June lows, but now it's recovered. Like I said, whipsaw has been crazy this morning. The diamonds is the only one below its lows. But I don't want to look at the diamonds. I want to look at DJI right now because I want to show you what is not on the diamonds chart is this gap here. Just be aware if you're playing the diamonds, this gap does not show up on the diamonds chart. We can go look at the daily real quick. There is a gap on the diamonds, but it's way lower at 279.10 to 274.46. But you see where price is now on the diamonds as compared to where price close on the Dow. This is not trading currently right now, this ticker that I'm watching, but price is pretty close to this gap here. So it could reject the top of this gap and move up, or move into this gap for a gap fill. Just be aware it's there if you're trading diamonds. Keep your eye on DJI. Let's look at the Qs real quick. So once again, big move down to start the day, and then 6 o'clock, let's go to 1 hour. 6 a.m., this thing just ripped higher, and unfortunately, my first target was going to be 272.02 for my puts, and then I was going to trim down on these levels, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do that since I can't trade those puts until the market opens, which kind of sucks because now it looks like this thing is trying to move higher with that Bank of England news. I think what the market's thinking is maybe our Fed's going to pivot too. You know, I don't think that's the case, but who knows? We'll see. Like I said, there are 5 speakers today, including the big man, Jerome Powell. So we'll see. The yields. Let's look at the 10-year, because this news, like right here, 5, boom, 6, huge candle down. And this is why our market could be rallying as well. We've broken out. It bounced off this channel. It's broken out of the channel. Now looks like it's heading toward this previous gap, 3.82. So we'll see if that holds. But that's feeling the upward momentum in the market. This may be the catalyst that caused the short-term bounce for us, which 3 hours ago, actually 3.5 hours ago, it looked like the market was going to absolutely collapse. With that Apple news, Apple being 7% of the S&P, like we were taking out levels that hadn't been tested before, and this Bank of England news just turned the market. It's freaking insane. Oil, let's look back at oil real quick. Oil has rebounded off the lows I mentioned a couple days ago that needed to hold. Was this the 7688 area, which has held. Let's go on the 4-hour chart here. So this move down, the bulls would like to see it break above this level. The first level you'd like to see fall would be 80.29, and then above that would be, just on the 4-hour chart, looking at the 4-hour, be 83.68. Let's go to the daily here. Okay, that pretty much lines up. Let me get rid of that level, and we'll put that up there as a daily level. So 8390, as that started this little downtrend here. Those are your 2 levels, and if it gets over this 8390, it's back over this trend line that's now resistance. It was support in the past, so we'll keep an eye on that. And once again, I do have an alert on this channel. Ooh, yeah, my alert is right here. I have an alert on this channel. If price exits this channel, I'll make a decision on whether I want to enter some oil trades like XOM, CVX, Oxy, something of that nature. One of the ETFs, energy ETFs. Let's see, Tesla. Let's talk about Tesla real quick. Where's Tesla? So Tesla, what I was going to say, Tesla had fallen well below this trend line again, and now it looks like it's battling, maybe slightly above it. I'm not going to change it back to green yet. We'll see where it goes, where it closes today. But if you're a bull, you'd like to see this trend line hold, and come back and retest this 298.32 area. If you're looking for it to fall, the levels, you may see a bounce to 26615, and then there's a gap. Let's go to the daily. There's a gap down here. I mentioned it before, 254.87 to 250.66. So just these are the levels I'm watching. So just keep that in mind. I believe that's it for today. Once again, today might be crazy. Should be fun though. We'll see. If you guys have any questions, hit me up on Omni. If you want me to look at a specific chart or whatever, I can break it down and, you know, put the level, support, resistance, whatever that I would look at. Once again, my opinion only. You guys have a good day. Happy trading. Market opens in 22 minutes, so should be fun. Have a good one.